Retail guru and advisor to the Prime Minister, Mary Portas, is making headlines today with her comments about the women in David Cameron's cabinet. In an interview with Heat magazine, she has revealed that she's, well, less than impressed with their sense of style. She has said, I mean, what an ugly bunch. I could not look at them. They do dress up for my meetings, but I just want to go, please, no, not that necklace, not that skirt. But is Mary Portas letting the sisterhood down, do you think, by making these comments?
Yes.
OK.
Oh, I'm really annoyed at this.
Why?
I don't usually get that bothered, but I just think these fantastic, brainy career women that have worked their heart out to get to the point where they're actually these major politicians in the cabinet. Who gives a monkeys what necklace they've got on? If they can run the country and there are these amazing women, I just don't think it's her place to say that necklace bad, that necklace isn't. It's just ridiculous. Thank you. And also, oh, she's on the soapbox today.
On a roll now.
I'm not had any sleep. The twins have been up. So I'm a bit on the edge.
OK.
But I do think that it's always women as well that call other women. It really is, and we are our own worst enemy at sometimes, because I think it's always women journalists that have a go at women and what they're wearing. Men don't seem to be bothered about it.
Well, to be fair, the men, all they do is wear a blue or a grey or a black suit with a tie.
Which is great. Well, it's fine if the woman wore a blue or grey suit with a tie. Wear what they want, as long as they look smart and they're running the country. I don't give a monkeys what they're wearing.
But she's also perpetuating that thing about, you know, we should all be obsessed with appearance. You know, she is only criticising the women, and I find it... I think to criticise somebody else's taste, which is what she's doing, you know, not that necklace, not that skirt, it's like, I think that's really distasteful to do that, because I think it's like saying, I've got style and you haven't, so what I'm wearing is right and what you're wearing is wrong. And actually, there is no such thing, really, as good taste. It's just your taste. And I don't know why I'm pointing at Jenny when I say that. But it's true, though, isn't it? Well, it's not for her to say that...
It's a bit cheap.
It's not. It's not for her to say what people should be wearing. You should never criticise what other people wear. I think it's not only, you know, disloyal to the sisterhood, because when you look about, you know, you look at politicians, when it's conference season, you see pictures of female MPs. The only thing that anybody ever talks about is what they're wearing, and it's just not important. You should never bother what people wear, ever.
Well, now, yes, well done, Sally and Carol.
Yeah,
Well done. Do you know what? But I've got a bit of soft spot for Mary. I like her. I think she's great.
Have you?
I do. I might be a bit Portas sometimes. Not many people get that. Anyway.
I'm a fan, but I just think she's got it wrong.
I think the only thing the biggest thing she's done wrong is to say the word ugly, which is a bit unforgivable. I think that calling people ugly is going over the top. But I do think that a lot of these women really cannot dress themselves, and I think that they're meant to be bright. Come on, get it together, girls. Maybe there should be a boutique in the House of Parliament.
But what does it matter, Jenny? What does it matter?
Because it instills no sense of sort of faith in them. I remember when I once had a little bit of a nervous breakdown, I went to see a therapist. A teeny tiny little nervous breakdown. I went to see this therapist. I walked in there and there was this middle-aged woman and she was so badly dressed. I looked at her and I thought, I cannot entrust my emotional baggage to you who cannot dress yourself. You're wearing American tan tights with navy blue shoes. I'm really sorry. I'm out of here.
You've had a bit of a breakdown. You walk into an office to try and get some help, and all you can be bothered to do is look at what she's wearing.
Yeah, she was making me feel worse.
It's just wrong. You can't do that.
I know what you mean, though. I know when we were starting up we've got sort of build and interiors company, Steve and I run, and when we were starting it all up and all that, and I went along to the bank, and, you know, and I'm a 40-something-year-old woman, and I went in. To me, going to the bank to see someone to talk about starting a business, I expected a man in a suit looking a bit with big eyebrows and looking a bit scary.
Why a man?
I don't know. Just what was in my head, and then it turned out it was this lady who was really young for a start. That made me feel quite old. And she was really frumpy. She was frumpy, but really just kind of threw everything on, crumbs, hadn't really done anything with her hair. And I must admit, I thought, same thing as you, Jenny. I thought, I'm entrusting you with business advice to start up something that, you know, we're putting our lives into this, and I don't really feel like you get how important this is, because you haven't even bothered to dress properly to come into work. So it does make a difference.
Yeah, but that's it. OK, I agree. I agree that there are certain professions that demand a certain dress code. I agree with that, but I don't think you should ever criticise somebody else's style or taste. Like, she was even having a go, I think, at Kate Middleton. You know, and what she was wearing.
Well,
it's like there's nothing fashionable about her. But
there is nothing fashionable about Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton is a
and that's
beautiful...
why her dresses sell out, because they're...
Yes, but they're sold to other people who have no real fashion sense.
But you're just...
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, but hang on a
Kate
minute.
Middleton is
You're
not
being
fashion.
Kate Middleton just as
She's
bad.
beautiful.
Kate Middleton is not a politician. We're talking about people that run the country. Who cares what Theresa May wears or any of... there you go.
Well, she does look bad there, but sometimes she wears very odd shoes.
But who cares? You know, it doesn't matter.
Stop it! You're all doing it now. You're doing it.
It doesn't matter.
Look, she's wearing a nice dress. You know, she's a woman. What do you... Yeah, let's all have MPs. All MPs, male and female, all dressed in suits with blue ties and, you know...
Why do we
have a uniform? Then we
A
won't
tabard. They should all have a tabard.
I reckon there are quite a few people out there who would have a lot to say about what Mary Portas wears. I think she looks great all the time, but it's questionable sometimes. She wears some dodgy necklaces and she wears dodgy boots sometimes, so no.
She can put it together, though. She can put it together.
I think the school uniform idea is really good.
Brilliant idea,
You know, most of them went to private school anyway. They'd be used to it.